It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little extra. Uncensored, unedited, and almost uninterrupted. Get ready for the most extra podcast known to man. The Ace and TJ Show presents the Extra Funny Podcast.
Make sure you have subscribed to all of our stuff, all of our podcasts on Spotify, Apple, and the Ace and TJ Family app. Got all of that. Subscribe, download, like. We have a story of a guy who has gone through tremendous pain and left him looking at a pool of his blood in the bathroom. What happened to this poor fella? And could it happen to you? We'll find out next.
It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little extra. More of the Extra Funny Podcast in 3 minutes.
All right, here we are with our friend Richard Toccato, and this is a great time to refinance, right, Richard?
It is. The rates are lower than they've been since 2023. So if you need cash out, equity or refinance, give us a call.
It is a great opportunity to save yourself a lot of money right now. And all you got to do is make one free 5-minute phone call. 704-800-4719. It's 704-800-4719 or homewithrichard.com. Save yourself some money right now. Homewithrichard.com or 704-800-4719. The Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
They say there are only two things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little extra. Uncensored, unedited, and almost uninterrupted. Get ready for the most extra podcast known to man. The Ace and TJ Show presents the Extra Funny Podcast.
All right. Ace, I don't know if it was like this when you were growing up, but it was with my dad and all of his friends and pretty much any adult man, which is redundant.
Yeah.
Any man, and grown man is redundant as well.
I'm a grown man.
Mm-hmm. And grown ass man has been played out. And people have been saying that since it was funny when we started it in the late 70s.
I always think that means there's about to be a fight.
I'm a grown ass man.
Who are you talking to? I'm a grown ass man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Something's about to pop
Somebody's
off.
about to get hit.
I'm a grown ass man. But when there was a story or something happening in a foreign country, and people didn't know exactly what country, it just always covered it to say overseas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good one. That's overseas.
So did you hear that story from overseas about that guy? So it wasn't a question about it either. Like what country?
Right.
Over what sea? None of that. It was just overseas.
There's quite a difference between France and India, both of which happen to be overseas.
Right. Or even referring to overseas as Mexico sometimes, or Canada.
Overseas. Mexico.
It'd be over rivers and lakes. But anyway, this happened overseas.
Overseas.
A guy sits down on the toilet, and when he sat down on the toilet, he'd been there for a second doing his business, and he felt a sharp pain in his testicles.
Oh, that's a snake.
And then all of a sudden, he jumps up, and there's blood everywhere. He's just bleeding like crazy because a 12-foot python had just bitten him while he was on the toilet.
A 12-foot python.
Yeah. Which begs the question, if you're going to be bitten by a snake in the private area, if you're a guy, which one would you rather the snake bite? Your twig or berries?
Probably the berries, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I
mean, if I have to sacrifice one, I mean. Is there a right answer?
No, I'm
in your
just,
head?
no. It's just your
Technically,
opinion.
what's the right answer?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, just what your
I
own.
think
yeah.
I think that it would have to be the berries, right?
I guess. I mean, it's the better of two
Which is
options
going
to
to heal
me.
up faster.
But if it's on the twig, it doesn't have to be on the very end of it. It could be,
Yeah, I wasn't
a
picturing
different part.
the
No.
very tip of it. Where you were.
Yeah, I was.
I don't know.
It is likely. I mean, if the snake is below you, so that's crazy. How do you not notice a 12-foot python in your
It
toilet?
probably wasn't visible when he opened when he sat down. It kind of stuck its head out after.
12 feet. What's not visible?
But it's not fully balled up in there.
It's back into the pipe.
It's in the pipe.
It was down in the.
Yeah.
A
probably
12-foot
came-
python could fit in a toilet pipe,
Well, it's 12-foot long python. So
which I feel like I would have seen it.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
Well, what if not if you once you sit down, then it decides to, I wonder what's going on up there, and we'll go and see what's going on.
I'm going to hear it. There's just no way. A 12-foot python's getting me on the gonads. There's no way without me seeing it.
But they never. We have stories like this all the time, but they never add the details about whether or not, like, if there had already been something in the water. You know what I mean? If he didn't just sit down, he'd already been doing his business. The snake had to come up through.
Like if that's what caused the snake to come up and like, what's going on? I don't like
It
this.
stinks in here.
Yeah.
Which I think adds to it on the disgusting level. Because would you rather be bitten by a python on your sack if it doesn't have poop on it, or if it does have poop on it? I mean, I think adding the poop to it. Anytime you add poop to something, it makes it worse.
Yeah.
A poop snake.
Agreed. Always makes it worse.
What a day. I mean,
You
you think
imagine.
you've got a bad. You got bit by a 12-foot python on the junk.
And it's bleeding like crazy.
It's bleeding like crazy.
And that's what I think the difference would be. I think if it does get into that area, you're going to have more blood than if it bites you. It's the python. They don't have fangs.
They don't?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't think they do. They have tiny teeth.
Oh, do they?
I think.
I know the python is the one that'll is that the
python, boa constrictor, all
They
of them.
squeeze you
Yeah.
to death. I think.
Yeah,
But I bet
they do.
I bet even if it's got small
But yeah, it
teeth, I
has
bet
teeth.
those.
Yeah, it can bite you and it hurts.
It hurts like hell.
But it's not venomous.
Yeah.
But I think it's tiny rows of teeth.
Oh my god, this is terrible.
So sharp little, like puppy teeth, probably is what I
Yeah.
imagine it being like.
Yeah.
Which are super sharp.
Pythons do not have fangs. They do have back curving teeth that grab the prey and don't allow it to escape.
Yeah.
Would you rather have it bite you or get up there and damn squeeze them?
Oh,
Bite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that.
Oh, you mean just squeeze you down there, not be all the way around?
Yeah, no, just
Oh.
like on your nuts.
No.
Like, just like
No, I'd rather,
that would be terrifying.
I'd rather be bitten like quick.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a sharp piercing
But,
pain
ooh.
than have that thing locked in, and you're like, oh, now what do I do?
Oh my gosh.
Imagine
Yeah,
that pain.
so that tells me that the python thought that was like a mouse or something.
It's hanging above
Yeah,
them.
because if a python gets ready to eat a goat or something like that, that's when they squeeze them to death. But they're not going. They can't really get around a python that big. I wouldn't think would have to worry about squeezing a mouse. Yeah, they just bite it.
Gosh, this is so disturbing. That is crazy.
And for some reason, the picture in the article is a side by side of the snake hanging halfway out the toilet, and the picture of the guy standing out in front of a wind farm. I guess they said, "Hey, can you send us a picture of yourself?"
So, this is the best one I got.
How about this?
But the bad part about it is he still looks like he just got bitten in the nuts by a snake in the picture.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, he's got this look. He's like, ugh.
It's just sitting in the toilet like that?
Yeah.
Did he kill it?
I don't know. I didn't read the whole thing.
How embarrassing. You bring over the animal control people and they're like, damn, boy, you blew it up in here. You're like, okay, can you just get the snake,
Yeah,
please?
just get the snake.
Come on. No, I mean, this stinks for real. in
Do
here.
you try to kill it, or do you just like close the bathroom door and like?
I think,
Oh, I got to kill it.
I don't know what to do
I
about
want
that.
to kill it. Well, wait, he's got.
But how do you kill it? Though? You can't beat it because it's going to break your toilet.
Okay.
Yeah, and it looks like it was still in the toilet when he took the picture.
Okay, I don't quite understand this reaction. I didn't read down this far into it. It says, quote, I felt something biting my balls. It was very painful. So I put my hands in the toilet to see what was wrong. What? I was shocked that I grabbed a snake. I quickly stood up and plucked it out. Ugh. There was blood everywhere, but I was more shocked to have found a python in the toilet.
Meaning he blindly just reached like between his legs into the toilet?
I guess he saw something move.
Oh my God.
And then his last name is Thang Tawanan. Thang Tawanan said his quote, testicles are safe now. End quote.
Oh, good.
And he's lucky it wasn't a venomous snake. Well, yeah. Mr. Brightside here.
Yeah,
I mean, seriously, look at him.
Whoa.
Even if his injuries have healed, the mental scars still haunt him.
Yeah.
And he hasn't used that toilet again since.
I would be hard pressed to use any toilet, I think, at that point.
Which that is, I guess, the reason why he looks so uncomfortable in that picture that we saw. I mean, he hasn't pooped in a month.
He's a little backed up.
He said, every time I go, I check what's inside and put brush in there to make sure.
But there is no way, under any circumstances, that if I thought I saw movement in the toilet, that my first move is not going to be get away from it.
Yeah.
He just sticks his hand into the toilet blindly. No, sir. I'm getting off that toilet and stepping a few steps away before I start to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, but you live in America, Ace. He's living overseas. And they don't ever know, what's going to attack them. He probably needed it for the hospital information to say, hey, what was that? So see if they have a treatment for it. I mean, it could have been some sort of an exotic spider or something coming up out of there.
Either way, I'm getting away from it.
He just needed to know. Yeah. He needed to know what it was.
It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little something extra. This is the Extra Funny Podcast.
So not only is our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Company an expert when it comes to mortgage things, he's also an expert when it comes to buying, selling, and doing all things real estate, right?
Absolutely. We had one of your listeners call in. We got her pre-approved for a mortgage. We listed the house she was in. She was ecstatic, and she got into another house. Whether you need to buy, sell, or refinance your house, I'm your guy.
You simply can't beat that. It's like one-stop shopping. It makes life easy. Call them, 704-800-4719 or online at homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.